Hi, I'm Floyd Brown, and today I'm talking to you about how do we figure out the value of a commercial property. It really doesn't make any difference what type of property it is, whether it's an apartment building, a self-storage, a mobile home park, an office building. We all use the same techniques and the same formula to find the value. Okay, today I'm going to find the value by using a cap rate. Now, what is a cap rate? A cap rate is a cash-on-cash return on your investment as if you did not have a mortgage at all. Okay, now come on over here and I'll give you an example of a cap rate, a nice easy one. If you have a $100,000 net operating income and you need an 8.5% cap rate, to find the value you would divide the net operating income by the cap rate. That gives you a value. In this case, 100,000 divided by 8.5%, if we're looking for that type of return, would give us a value of $1,176,000. If we were looking for only 7.5% cap rate, we could afford to pay $1,333,000, which is a difference of $156,000. Now, of course, to find a cap rate, we can't do that without knowing what the net operating income is. And over here we have an example of that. We have a net operating income, or the NOI. NOI is a slang term for net operating income. An example here is $100,000. That is our gross scheduled income. What is the gross scheduled income? That is all the income from the property that you can bring in by rents, vending machines, laundry, any type of other income that can come in as if everybody paid you all the money. That's the gross scheduled income. Of course, it doesn't work that way at all. In reality, we have a vacancy factor, and we have to subtract that out. In this case, I used a 10% vacancy factor. If people tell me there is no vacancy, that's what I'm going to plug in automatically, because all properties have vacancies. An example of that is if one person moves out, you might have to paint it, clean the carpet, do a little repair to it. Then somebody moves in 3 weeks later or a month later, you had a vacant property, and that's your vacancy factor. Now, I use 10% if it's a full building. If the building comes to me and it's 25% vacant or 35% vacant, I use those actual numbers. Okay, now when I subtract the vacancy factor out of your gross scheduled income, you come to the net scheduled income, which is $90,000, because I've subtracted the 10% vacancy. Now, out of that, we have to subtract our expenses. What expenses do we have? We have taxes, we have insurance, we have repairs, we have maintenance, we have utilities. All kinds of expenses that come up. So we're going to subtract those out of our net scheduled income that's coming in, which gives you an NOI, or a net operating income. Now that we got that, we can actually come over and figure out what the cap rate is. And again, if you want the 8.5% or the 7.5% or 3.5% or 15%, just plug those numbers in. And if you need any more information on commercial properties or any real estate at all, you can go over here to my Facebook /Floyd Loans, and you can pull up as much information as you want.